Welcome back. Thank you for being here for the second night of the 2025 Small Business Academy. Um, as we stated last night, please make sure that your name and your business name, either or, are listed on your Zoom account the way that they were on your application so that we make sure that you get credit for being here. And second of all, as you know, yesterday, my name is Melissa Savage. I am a senior management analyst with the Bureau of Contract Administration, and I work with the certification department. As we discussed last night, the curriculum for this course is going to build from day to day. So some of the things we talked about yesterday, you're going to get even more information about today. We have someone from the Office of Finance to discuss BTRCs and other tax rules for the city. We also have people to discuss NICS codes, equal employment, project labor agreements. So it should be a pretty informative evening. But as you may or may not remember, we stopped last night while we were doing the introductions. And so some of you still have some homework to turn in. Just like we did last night, I'll take volunteers first. So if you please raise your hand if you would like to go first on the 15-second introductions. I'm going to end up calling on everyone. So if you don't raise your hand, you'll just be later in the process. But give a few people a few seconds to go through here. All right, let me get my timer out again. Not calculator, timer. All right, so we're doing 15 seconds. And the first person that we have is JCC Luxury Springers. Is that correct? JCC, go ahead and unmute yourself on your side.
How you doing? Yes.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Yeah, CC Luxury Sprinters.
Is it Sprinters?
Sprinters, yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a typo.
Yeah, it must be a typo. Yeah. Yesterday I didn't wasn't even on there. It was just Jay on there, so I don't just wanted to make sure I get credit for yesterday also.
We'll double check on that.
Okay.
The recording. So thank you for being here and for coming back. So we're going to do 15 seconds, right?
Correct.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let me get that up. All right, on your mark, get set, go.
I'm Cornell Carnegie, representing CC Luxury Sprinters, where we transform an everyday travel into a VIP experience. Whether it's a night out, a wedding, or a corporate event, our luxury sprinters combine with elegance, comfort, and entertainment. You can find us at ccluxurysprinters.com.
So close, 15.8, but that was really, really good.
Thank you.
So sprinters, like limousines, right?
That's correct. Transportation, yep, limousine.
All right, fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's see, who do we have next? Desiree Alvarado, Crown Promotions Group. Desiree, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Outstanding. Welcome. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You ready with your 15 seconds?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Imagine your brand or event so powerful that people remember it after it's over. That's what we do at Crown Promotions Group. We bring your message to life through unforgettable branded apparel, promotional products, and a full event production rentals. I am Desiree Alvarado, founder of Crown Promotions Group, and we're here to help you make a lasting impression.
You went over. It was 20 seconds, but
Okay.
it was really good. You introduced yourself twice, though, not necessary.
Okay.
Because you're trying to really, you said your name up front,
Yeah.
your company up front, so that was good. So that kind of added to the length of it. And
Okay.
maybe just a few less adjectives at the beginning.
Okay.
But
Got
other
it.
than that, it was awesome.
Oh,
Great
thank
job.
you.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Okay. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you so much. Let's see who's next. Mike De La Vega from Strange Paradise. Mike.
I'm coming in. Thanks for having me.
Coming in?
Yeah, here we go.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. And are you ready?
I am ready, yes.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
My name is Mike De La Vega with Strange Paradise. We are a full-service marketing company specializing in concept design and production of specializing in, brand activations, events, and music festivals.
That was still really good, even with the little giggle in the middle.
I know, sorry about that. I kind of had a hiccup.
That's all right. It was 16 seconds.
Okay.
So if that got a little smoothed out, I could tell you were kind of, at one point your voice kind of went up like you were trying to think of the next thing to say. So I think just knowing what you want to say and practicing that would get rid of that extra second or so really easily. But
Sure thing.
otherwise
Thank
it was
you.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, next up we have Kara Lee. Kara, okay, there you are.
Can you hear me?
I can. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Welcome tonight. Thank you for being here. You ready to go?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Karali, the owner of The Gate. It's an apparel manufacturer. We provide manufacturing production services in textiles and yarns from sourcing overseas. You can see my own collections at soribrand.com. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you.
17 seconds.
Oh my goodness.
You would have been perfect right up to that. Like, thank you. We look forward to working with you. Like that, just the thank you, I think would have been fine. The pitch was great. We knew exactly who you were and exactly what you were doing.
Thank you.
So that would be my only recommendation, to keep it under 15. But it was
Okay.
it was great. Very nice to meet you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too.
Let's see. S. Hashemi. Are you there?
I am. Can you hear me?
I can. Hi.
Yes, hi, it's Sarah Hashemi. Sorry, I tried to change it. That's ICM Federal.
Oh, no problem. Let's see. Get my timer back up here. Are you ready to go?
I am.
All right. Hold on one second. And on your mark, get set, go.
All right, we're going to do this. Sarah Hashemi, CEO, President, ICM Federal, a certified professional small business. We offer next-gen hybrid risk management technology services. Find out more at www.icmfit.com. Thank you.
It was good. It was 19 seconds. So the let's do this part was counting, unfortunately. So if you just start with your name and end with that website, that would have been absolutely perfect. I think you would have been spot on with just that.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's see, Christine Siquia. I hope I said that correctly.
Close enough.
So what is the correct pronunciation?
Zakia.
Siquia. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
And are you ready with your 15 seconds?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this. All right. So when I say go, on your mark, get set, go.
I'm Christine with G Style LLC. We make high quality American-made uniforms and apparel for government contracts. Our focus is on reliability, compliance, and craftsmanship.
Fantastic. It's like 12 seconds, 13 seconds. Great. We know
Okay.
exactly what you do and exactly who you are.
Yeah.
And it's very nice to meet you. Thank you for
Nice
being
to meet you.
here.
Thank you so much.
Phoenix Mario.
Melissa, can you hear me?
I can. Hi.
Awesome. Ready.
All right. So Phoenix-Mario. Is that your last name, your first name?
Yeah, Phoenix is my artist name. Mario's my real name.
Okay. And your company is Art Wars.
Correct.
All right, fantastic. All right, so you ready to go with your 15 seconds?
Let's do it.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hello, my name is Phoenix, founder of Art Wars LA. At Art Wars LA, we are focused on workforce development, Currently, we are developing the ERMIT Ambassadors Workforce, a training and accreditation program preparing Angelinos for global hospitality and event roles for as Los Angeles gears up to host major international events.
Okay, it was a little long. It was about 20 seconds. And you kind of tripped up there at the end, which is totally understandable. So is it a staffing company?
So what we're doing is we're more than anything is just developing a curriculums to be able to get people to become ambassadors for the city of Los Angeles.
Okay. All right. That would be my only critique, really, is that it's not real clear what that is for. Like, because I thought it was for staffing, right? So that would be my one critique. It went a little long, which was fine, but I would say definitely you need to pinpoint the service that you're providing. You're providing curriculum for people to become ambassadors, something along those lines. Because otherwise people are still going to be a little bit confused about what you're trying to sell them.
Got it. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Who do we have next? Robin Lee.
Hello.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let me go ahead and reset my clock here. Are you ready to go with your 15 seconds?
Yes, I am.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
This is Robin Lee with Primetime Shuttle. For over 40 years, Primetime Shuttle has provided safe, affordable, and reliable transportation across Southern California and beyond. With professional drivers, real-time tracking, and easy online booking, we get you to your destination on time every time.
45 seconds over.
Oh, wow.
I mean, sorry, 45.45 seconds over.
Okay.
My bad, sorry. So yeah, 15.45. So very good, very clear, very concise about what you do and who you are. You could speed it up or take out an adjective or two and you'd be right under that 15-second cut off.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ram backed. I hope I said that correctly. Ram, are you there?
Hi, it's Ram. Thank you.
Ram.
Yeah,
And the last name, did I say that one correctly?
it's Bakht, but yeah,
Bakht. Okay. Ram Bakht. Welcome.
thank you.
It is nice to meet you. Are you ready with your 15 seconds?
Yes, ma'am, ready.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Ram Bakht, founder of Long Beach School of Yoga and My Yoga Network. We are the local solution for turnkey wellness programs, specializing in staffing and managing high-quality yoga and stress reduction services.
1409. Excellent. Very good. Very clear about what you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's see. Debbie Simmons or Simons, maybe? Debbie? Are you there? Okay. Hi, Debbie. I show you're unmute, Debbie, but I still can't hear you. There, I hear something.
Can you hear me now?
There you are, yes.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here. Are you ready with your 15-second pitch?
I am. Thank you.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Debbie Simmons, Regional Sales Manager at Industrial Metal Supply. I'm passionate about building strong relationships. I'm proud to work for a company that truly provides added value in the metals industry, not only through all the alloys of metal, but with the expertise and service that makes partnerships stronger and contracts more effective.
2165.
Way too long.
My recommendation is to really focus on what you do and not so much how you feel about it. So, I mean, it's great that you're proud that you work there and it's a great company. It provides service, but definitely the services that you provide. It's alloy metals, and then you kind of said some personal stuff, and then you went back into the alloy metals. I think it would be best if you only have 15 seconds to really stick with what it is that you're trying to sell, what you're trying to offer.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yinka Chow, are you there? Oh. Yink. There you are, Yinka.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Tanitra, I don't know how you popped up first, but we'll get to you next. So Yinka, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
All right, fantastic.
Let me know when you're ready.
Just reset the timer here. All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Inka with Master Plans Events and Designs. I'm a boutique event and design production company in Southern California and offer event project management and personalized design from start to finish. Specializing in impeccable attention to detail, we make your ideas into reality.
17 seconds. Still really good, very close. Again, just a lot of adjectives. And the what was it? Your dreams a reality, was it what you said?
Turning ideas into reality.
Turning ideas into reality. It's a good pitch, but I don't know if it's necessary for the first pitch.
Sure.
Unless it's the very end. But yeah, very close. Very close.
Thank
Very
you.
good. But thank you very much. And then Tanitra Scorza. Are you there?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Hi, sorry for that little technical confusion there. Are you ready with your 15 seconds?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Teacher Scorza with Equitable Breakthrough Solutions. We design learning experiences that turn complex information into engaging, actionable training that actually sticks. So teams don't just learn, they perform.
Wow, you were just over 15 seconds. That was fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Oh, we have another volunteer. People are jumping in and out. Okay, Shanti McCoy. Shanti, are you there?
I am here. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am excellent.
Thank you for being here. Are you ready with your 15
Thank you for having me.
pitch? Oh, our pleasure. You ready with your 15-second pitch?
Yes, I am.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Shantae McCoy, Business Development, Third Eye C, is a real-time safety ecosystem that connects people, police through live video, audio, and GPS, turning every phone into a personal safety network.
That was great. It was 14 seconds. Absolutely perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Let me lower your hands. Who do we have next? Kayla Love. Kayla.
Hi, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Are you ready with your 15 seconds?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Dr. Love, a mompreneur and founder of Dr. Love Care, a formulation company designing natural products for hair, skin, and health for individuals and brands alike.
That was 11 seconds, Kayla.
Okay, cool. I thought it was...
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. No notes.
Okay.
So that was the last of the current volunteers. Let me see if we have anybody new. Let me see. Are my people who are monitoring the invitee list, can you tell me if I see, we may give a chance for do-overs. If you've already gone, hold off so we can get everyone in. So let's see. Janae, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
You ready?
Yep.
All right, 15 seconds. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, everyone. My name is Janae Green. I am the owner and operator of A Great Day in South LA, which we do Black History Tours of South LA, celebrating people, power, and purpose in Los Angeles.
12 seconds. Beautiful. Because yours was short, you might, for anyone who came in under, one thing I might throw out there, a contact, a phone number, and a web address, an Instagram account, something like that. If you were one of the people who came in quite a bit under 15 seconds, that is something you might want to include, is a way to contact you or reach you. But other than that, it was absolutely great. I want to go on one of your tours. All right. Next up, we have Ready, Aim, Fire. Ready, Aim, Fire, are you there?
Hello, I'm sorry. Yes, we are here. Hello.
All right, fantastic. How are you?
I'm great, and yourself?
I'm good. You ready with your 15 seconds?
I am.
You are. All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hello, my name is Patrick Linton. I am the executive director of Ready Aim Fire. We're a community-based gym here in South LA. We provide transportation, fitness classes, nutritional meals, and other services, as well as international sports exchanges. And yes, I hope I'm within 50 seconds.
I didn't hear the ending part. It went to
No, I
about
said,
19
okay, that was it. I'm hoping I'm within 15.
It was 19 seconds.
Oh, sorry.
So you're a gym that provides transportation?
We provide a lot of services. So we're community based. We have low to free fitness classes, but we also provide transportation throughout for special needs. We have a contract with DCFS as well. So we do a lot. I don't want to take up you guys' time.
No, I'm trying to think of ways to cut it down, but still include some of the ideas that you have. So if you want to include all of the services, you might want to cut down on maybe some of the descriptions included. So if instead of saying ready, set, meal, just meals, transportation, that kind of stuff. So that would be a way to kind of cut it down, but still include all of the different things that you provide.
Okay, noted. Thank you for that advice.
Thank you very much for volunteering. All right. Let's see, who do we have next? Jax. Jax, are you out there?
Hey,
there
can
you
you
are.
hear me?
I can. Welcome.
Awesome. All right. Am I good to go?
Are you ready for your 15 seconds?
Yes.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hey, good afternoon. My name is Jax. I'm a compliance officer at Smart Innovative Inc. We are a WBE, DVE, DBE, SBE, and we specialize in IT construction, supplies, and logistics, and we're here to meet your procurement needs.
All right, that was 18.64. As much as the person who oversees the certification department, I can't tell you how much I love that you threw out your certifications, but a lot of people aren't necessarily going to know what all those are. So you might want to pick one depending on who you're talking to, or skip the certification part and just get to the services that you provide, because that's really what you're pitching. All the other stuff you're bringing to the table, you can talk about later once you've got them interested in what it is you provide. So just to get those extra 3 or 4 seconds off the clock, that would be my recommendation. But thank you so much. Go ahead and move that one. And then next up, Nicholas Warren Mordecai.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Thank you. I'm Nick Warren Mordecai, co-founder.
Hold on. I gotta start the clock. On your mark, get set, go.
I'm Nick Warren Mordecai, co-founder of Avenir Pilates. Our reformer Pilates studio provides timeless exercise for everyone interested in an intelligent whole body approach to fitness. Though classical Pilates was originally created for ballet dancers that involve rigid principles and stuffy rules, we incorporate our core principles of Pilates while updating it for more entertaining and challenging exercise.
You're over 20 seconds, almost 22.
Okay.
So I was with you until you started talking about ballet.
Cool.
So I would definitely, instead of giving the history, just say you offer a new approach, you offer a more fun approach, something like that to really shorten it down. Just because that's a lot of detail to give someone upfront. It's a great part of your mission statement or your website, but for the purposes of something like this, where you only have a few seconds with someone, you just want them to know what you do and why it's different as quickly as you can.
Got it.
All right, but thank you. I see Aaron D. Spears. Hold on a second. Hi, Aaron.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, but I think we're gonna go ahead. I think you already had a colleague talk, huh?
No, I have not
No?
introduced
Okay.
myself. No, ma'am.
Okay. The name of the company looked familiar, but we're gonna go. You ready with your 15 seconds?
I'm ready.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hello, I'm Aaron D. Spears. ThirdEyeSee.com is the world's first national universal emergency dispatch ecosystem. We deliver real-time GPS, video, and audio directly to command centers, enabling instant response across city, state, and federal agencies.
15.68. One of your coworkers went, I think, someone else from Third Eye See, because there was someone else who did a very similar pitch, and I think you guys are both over. I don't know if you rehearsed together. But it's very close to what it needs to be. It was just remove an adjective or two to get in there under the wire. For my team, is there anyone we're missing? Because we're almost at time here. We may have more time at the end. For do-overs or people that haven't gone before. No?
I think there are a few. Design Hives is one.
Design Hive, are you here? Can you raise your hand if you're here? Or is it Coleman, right? Coleman Construction.
Coleman Construction, Furnissen Bakes,
Okay.
Las Margaritas, the Hospital Equipment Company, Kevin L. Dupree Construction.
Okay, let's do a couple more and then we'll follow up with the people we haven't heard from yet. So let's start with Design Hive. Design Hive, are you there?
Hi, this is Jen from Design Hive. I'm here.
Sorry to put you to call you out, but you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hi, I'm Jen Sefley, founder of Design Hive. We create interactive activations, art and craft pop-ups, and maker labs that turn events into experiences. From Netflix to Coachella, from Apple TV to LAUSD, we help brands spark creativity and unforgettable moments.
16 seconds. So just a little bit over, but very good. Like I say to most people, an adjective or two would probably solve your time problem, but a great pitch overall. Thank you so much. And then last for this session, for this part of the evening, Frennican Bakes.
Yes, hello?
Hi, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
How are you? Is that your name, Frennican?
No, so my name is Rosini.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say it in Spanish, Roseni. So.
Okay. All right. Well, are you ready with your 15 seconds?
Yes, I am.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hello, I'm Roseni. Frennican Bakes is a premium, all-organic, sugar-free bakery redefining indulgence. Inspired by a first-generation Latina home chef's health journey, we craft delicious guilt-free desserts for all dietary preferences. Let us revolutionize the way you treat.
Just about 16 seconds.
Okay.
So not sure what you would take out of there. Again, some of the adjectives, maybe a little bit of the history, as far as your health journey, but just a Latina baker that is.
That's true. I could take out first generation and just Latina.
Yeah, just those little tiny things, which are important to your overall statement, but in 15 seconds, it's not essential to know who you are, what you do, and how to find you.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to call it there. It is 4:31. We're going to take a short break, 4:32. So about 3 minutes. We'll come back at 4:35 and we will start the presentations. And we'll look over the list. If you haven't gone already, please, if we have time at the end, we'll do it. Otherwise, we'll do it at the next session. But I'm hoping we can get everyone in tonight. So go get a cup of coffee, glass of water, stretch your legs, and we'll see you in 3 minutes. Okay, it's 4:35, almost 4:36. I hope everybody got their coffee, got their bathroom break, whatever it is you needed to do. We'll try to have another short one towards the end like we did last night. So first up on our presenters this evening is Louis Ulande, who is from the City of Los Angeles Office of, or Department of Finance. So Louis, is going to do his own slides. So let's go ahead and switch that and let him share. And Louis, take it away. Thank you so much.
Okay, moment here. All right, here we go. So, just one moment. There we go. My name is Louis Ulande, and for the last 25 years, I have worked with the Office of Finance as a tax compliance officer for the City of Los Angeles. My department is responsible for the collection of over $3 billion in annual revenue from various sources, primarily from business tax collected from over 500,000 city businesses, but also including licenses, fees, and permits which pay for numerous and essential municipal services provided across the city of LA. So if you are currently a registered business owner in the city of Los Angeles, we thank you for your cooperation and contribution. You are part of what makes our city great, and your success in business provides an essential share in helping the city operate. Our business tax registration certificate is required for all businesses who make physical presence here in the city of LA, whether you have a fixed place of business or not, and whether you are a for-profit or nonprofit business. Our certificate is also required if you have a home-based business, and all of these certificates are renewed annually before the end of February. We do have online registration, renewal, and payment services, and provide various exemptions for small and creative artist businesses. In fact, small businesses generating less than $100,000 annually can qualify for our exemption. City of LA is vast. It sprawls across 470 square miles with 80 plus neighborhoods connected by approximately 6,500 miles of streets. And more importantly, it's home to over 4 million Angelenos and over 500,000 businesses with even larger dreams, goals, and aspirations. We at the Office of Finance carry an important responsibility to ensure that these 4 million entrepreneurs, visionaries, and leaders have the necessary services and city infrastructure to thrive. As LA's primary revenue generator, the Office of Finance engages in the pursuit of excellence in financial management for the city, its residents, and its businesses. And this is our mission statement. It's to provide efficient, effective, and responsible revenue collection and treasury services through a customer-focused environment to taxpayers and city departments through management, assessment, and application of best practices. LA Municipal Code. What this does, it provides the Office of Finance administrative responsibilities and defines the tax ordinances. And this is what the Office of Finance is bound by. Now, who is required to pay business tax? Well, every person who engages in business within the city of LA is required to obtain necessary business tax registration certificates, BTRCs, and pay applicable business taxes or obtain an exemption. And this is for people once again, who have fixed place of business in the city of LA, people who make physical presence in the city of LA as an out-of-city business. So anybody who does come into the city may have a requirement to file with the city, with the Office of Finance. But we do have a 7-day rule for these out-of-city businesses. So if you only come into the city, for less than 7 days total, then you are exempt from having to file. Okay, and this is for our out-of-city businesses. Now, what type of entities owe taxes? So these are going to be your individuals, partnerships, corporations, LLCs, and trusts. Most business activities require a business tax registration certificate, BTRC, including nonprofits. A BTRC is required for each location. So if you have multiple shops across the city, then you need to have one for each location. A BTRC is required for each business activity. So you may have multiple activities that you do. For example, if you're a mechanic in the city, you may be you will be creating a liability with the parts that you sell, as well as any kind of labor cost that you charge. So you need a BTRC for each business activity. Now, what are the steps to obtain a BTRC? Well, legal business owner or a designated representative may contact the Office of Finance for an application by mail, or complete an application online on our website at finance.lacity.gov. A fillable PDF can be found on our website. All businesses are required to apply for a BTRC by the end of the second calendar month of the business start date. So when you start, for example, if you were to start today, then you would have until the end of November to file timely. And your start date is your Los Angeles start date. So if you're an out-of-city business, then your start date will be the day that you start working in the city of Los Angeles. On our applications, you need to provide a detailed description of your business to ensure proper classification. We have over 50 classifications, in the Los Angeles Municipal Code. So we do have many. Let me go back. The original certificates and/or permits issued to the business owner with their valid account numbers, which are good until voided or revoked, and they must be posted at all locations. Now, what are business taxes based on? And this is according to section 21.00 of the LA Municipal Code, total amount of sale price of all sales and commissions, total amount charged or received for the performance of any act, service, or employment, whatever nature it may be. So it's based on your gross receipts. Renewal forms. Annual business tax renewals are due January 1st and delinquent after the last day of February each year. So your certificates that you file for need to be renewed every single year. It's a self-reporting tax. The most common tax measure is gross receipts. Other tax measures besides gross receipts are, we have a flat rate per year per item, depending on the kind of business you do. We also have gross production costs and vehicle days for our Uber and Lyft drivers, for example. Online renewals, if you renew online, it generates a postcard reminder for subsequent future renewals. Taxpayer is responsible for renewing the certificate every year, just like the IRS and the state. So, but we do send out our forms usually by mid-December to remind you. Now, gross receipts, they do not include cash discounts allowed or taken on sale, federal tax, state and local sales tax, cash or credit allowances given or taken on returned merchandise, gross receipts derived from a business activity sold or transferred during the preceding calendar year. Interstate sales shipped outside of California are not taxable for us. Revenue from related entity. So yeah, if you have two businesses that are at least 80% related in structure, it's not included. Any uncollectible amount written off as a bad debt. This is only if you're reporting accrual. You can report either cash basis or accrual with us. It just has to match whatever you do with the IRS. Now, we do have business tax incentives and revenue programs. These include the small business exemption, as I mentioned earlier, creative artist exemption. We do have something called single category filing, and there are a few other exemptions. One note is that the small business and creative artist exemptions require timely renewal filing. Now, to go into detail about the small business exemption, this only applies to already registered businesses. So if you have registered your business already and have a BTRC on your renewal, it's based on the total and non-taxable gross receipts from in and outside the city of Los Angeles. If it does not exceed 100,000, then you will qualify for the small business exemption. And once again, this renewal must be filed timely. We also have a creative artist exemption, and this applies strictly to individual creative artists, individuals acting as a loan-out corp, or individuals acting through a limited liability company, where you are performing creative activities for entertainment or aesthetic purposes. Once again, total taxable and non-taxable gross receipts from in and outside of the city attributable to creative activities must not exceed $300,000. And once again, renewal must be filed timely. We have something called single category filing. If a taxpayer has two or more fund classes or activities, right, measured by gross receipts, and one of those fund classes represents 80% or more of the total of all of your gross receipts, the taxpayer may, at its discretion, report and pay all of its gross receipts under a single category. Single category filing is optional. Other exemptions include nonprofit, and this applies to charitable, nonprofit, or religious institutions where these institutions are entitled to an exemption as a matter of state or federal law. We do have some business activities that are exempt as well. This applies to for-profit businesses that are entitled to an exemption as a matter of state or federal law. And another exemption that the city does offer is something called a utility user tax exemption from electric and other utility bills for our senior and disabled citizens. Now, important dates to remember. Our annual business tax renewal is due January 1st and is delinquent after the end of February each year. We also have police and fire permit renewals. Those are due November 1st and delinquent after December 31st each year. We have quarterly renewals due on the first day of January, April, July, and October. And of course, this all depends on the kind of activity you have. We do have monthly renewals due on the first day of each for the following month as well. And then we do have some activities have a daily renewal due each day. Business tax penalties. We have, if you are late paying your business tax, we do have a 5% penalty for each month, up to 20% in the fourth month of delinquency. Additional 20% following the fourth month of delinquency. And so if you are 4 months late paying your business tax, then it's a 40% penalty. We do have one-time penalty waivers, and they're provided under established guidelines where principal and interest must be paid in full. And additional fees may be included on a case-by-case basis if you are late. Closing your business. At the time a business discontinues, dissolves, or otherwise terminates, business owners must notify the Office of Finance to cancel all records on file for possible additional liabilities. And this will eliminate any further contact with the Office of Finance. Now we do have two locations now, actually. One at City Hall downtown, and also one location at the Van Nuys Civic Center. And our number to call, our contact center, is also available 5 days a week. And you can contact us by email, finance customer service at lacity.org. If you still have access to fax, we have one of those as well. But most contact will be done either by email or phone at our customer service center, or by U.S. mail, which is sent to City Hall. Okay, and if you have any questions, I know I will be, or I've already provided this PowerPoint presentation to Melissa. So if you have any questions regarding this, please refer to that one.
We have a couple questions in the Q&A. So
sure. Let me end my slideshow. 1 moment. There
So
we go.
Delana is going to go ahead and read some of those for Louis to answer. And if anyone has any more questions, please enter them in the Q&A.
Please.
Okay, first question we have. Can we get a clarification on each business activity?
Okay. Well, we do have many. That's why you need to provide with us a detailed description. If you were to file your business online, there is a questionnaire that you have to fill out that will determine. I mean, if you can give me an example, I can definitely provide that for you right now if you have a question about it.
Well, that person may or may not be typing an additional question. Maybe go on to the next one.
Okay, second question we have. When reporting gross receipts, are they in total, including in the city and out of the city?
Depends. It depends. So if you are located in the city, then you're going to report 100% of whatever you do inside city. Okay. And then if you do work physically out of the city, for example, if you're in sales and you have an agent that does, let's say they do work in Pasadena, for example, right, where they physically go out of the city, we do have different rulings actually with the city clerk where we can apportion those gross receipts. So all the work that's done outside, we can take a deduction on that, but it depends on your activity. So if you're in sales, then one particular ruling will apply to it. It's likely going to be either ruling 13 or 14 with the Office of Finance. If you are providing services, then we do have another ruling where if you physically go out of the city, then you can take I believe it's up to 20%. That's what you're going to be reporting, 20% of the actual work. Now, if you're located outside city, you're coming into the city of Los Angeles, then we do have some apportionment rules as well, where you're not going to be reporting 100%. It's only the work that you do inside city, once again. You're not going to be reporting anything that you do outside. And this is for our businesses who are located outside the city of Los Angeles. Okay. Hope that answered your question.
It looks like this business owner who asked is in El Monte. So that's why they were curious.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're in El Monte, you're only going to be reporting the work that you physically perform inside the city of Los Angeles, right? I know that if you have a contract, for example, with BCA already, if you're only providing the services and shipping it, for example, by common carrier, right? If you're shipping it in the city, you never set foot into the city, then you're likely not going to have to report that as far as business tax is concerned. So you're not going to report whatever you do outside city. You're not going to report your actual sale to the city of Los Angeles. What's important is if you physically come into the city to do work, that's when the liability starts.
Okay, we also have a clarification on the first question. So Bianca stated that they have a creative agency specializing in film production, advertising, and content creation. Do they need a BTRC for each of those activities?
Okay, so as a creative company in that sense, are you doing movie or TV? That's because if that's the case where you become a producer of content, then it's likely going to be under our motion picture TV producer category, which is L109.
So that would incorporate all of that as a producer.
Yeah, if you're an at-risk producer, if this entire project is your responsibility, you're the one that stands to lose if a project is successful or not successful, then it would be under that L109 category for movie TV producer.
Okay. I think we have one more that came in while we
Mhm.
were.
Okay, one more question. Are there any recommended tools and or platforms small businesses can use to help us track dates and file paperwork? In addition to track and manage receipts, any recommendations would be greatly appreciated for those looking to stay on track.
As far as if you're looking for dates, I know our website, if you want to check that, we do have a subscription, an email subscription that will send you reminders of when particular things are due. As far as accounting, that's going to be on you, because as far as the Business Act itself, it is a self-reporting tax. So you're the one that needs to provide us all that information. Of course, has to be correct. But once again, as far as any kind of tracking software, that's something that you would need to explore on your own. We don't make that suggestion. All we care about is that you file timely and that you're providing information that is, correct.
Thank you. Next question, Delina.
What about if someone is in consulting and their clients are nationwide? Do they only require reporting receipts in LA?
Okay. So if you're in consulting and if you're located in the city of Los Angeles, so your business address is here, then you have to report 100% of what you do here, and then 20% of everything you do outside. If you are a consulting business that's outside the city of LA, you need to report 80% of what you do inside the city of Los Angeles only.
All right. Thank you. Last one, and then we'll wrap it up.
For business outside of the city doing less than $100,000 within the city, would that be eligible for the exemption?
If that's all your work total. See, we need you to report two things. What you do inside city, and then we need you to report your global gross receipts. So if your global gross receipts exceed 100,000, you're not going to qualify for that exemption. It's only if your total gross receipts are under that 100,000, and that's for global. So yeah, if you're outside city, like I said, it depends. So once again, if it's under 100,000 in the city of Los Angeles, but you exceed 100,000 outside, then you're not going to qualify.
Thank you so much, Louis. Like he said, he's given us his slides. So when we send out all of the slides at the end of this course, his will be included in there, and that'll have all his contact information and all that other stuff. So if you have more specific detailed questions, you can reach out to him at that point. So thank you, Louis. Thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
We really appreciate it. And then next up, let's get our screen back up. There we go. Is Kathy Serrano from our own BCA department. And she is going to go into detail on NEXT codes, which you heard Libby talk about last night and Leah talk about last night with RAMP. So she's going to really get into what they are, why they matter, and what they mean. So Kathy, take it away.
Thank you, Melissa. Welcome everyone to our second session of our Small Business Academy course. Thank you for taking these very important steps and attending the Small Business Academy to learn about how to prepare your business so that you are ready, stay ready for opportunities that await you. Together with my colleagues and our partners who are presenting, we want to make sure that you have all those tools that will help you in making you and your business stand out and be prepared in your road to success. With that said, again, my name is Kathy Serrano. I'm a management analyst and I'm with the Bureau of Contract Administration. Today, I will be diving into the world of NAICS codes. We will be discussing what are NAICS codes, what do the numbers mean, why are they important for procurement and contracting, how to identify your NAICS codes, what NAICS codes we've seen in previous Olympics. Next slide. What are NAICS codes? You probably have heard the word NAICS code. If you haven't, you will become very familiar with it. NAICS stands for the North American Classification System. This is a standard code used by government agencies to classify your businesses. The NAICS code your business gets is based on its primary activity. So it could be retail, manufacturing, service. It has to be the primary activity. The codes are hierarchical, sorry about that word, with broader sectors at the 2-digit level and increasingly specific industries at the 6-digit level. Next slide. What do the numbers mean? So we're talking about 6 digits. So the 2 digits, this is from the main sector. This is the broadest classification. 3 digits starts to narrow down the classification. 4 digits, it becomes a little bit more specific. 5 digits pinpoints a more specialized industry. And the 6 digit is the most precise code. As you can see from the little chart here, the main sector is information. If I asked you what business you are in and you replied, I am in the information sector, that really doesn't give me a good idea of what it is that you do. It's too broad. So as we keep drilling down and digits keep increasing, you'll see that the specificity of what you do is becoming clearer and clearer. We started with information, for example, to now knowing what your specific business is, and that's greeting card publishers. So you can see that if we want to get very specific, it is clearly very important to have 6 digits. Next slide. Why are these codes important for procurement? Well, in the area of government reporting and statistical analysis, government agencies use the NAICS codes to classify businesses and ensure that businesses are properly represented, contributing to accurate economic data. For access to government contract and programs, eligibility for many government contracts, grants, and small business programs is based on having the right NAICS codes. You'll see that the theme here is having the precise and correct NAICS code. Eligibility for many government contracts, grants, and small business programs is based on having the right NAICS code. A correct code is a prerequisite for applying for and being awarded these contract opportunities, as it helps agencies find and qualify your business for specific contract types. Federal, state, and local government agencies use NAICS codes to categorize and track industries when awarding contracts. So businesses must identify the correct NAICS code to bid on relevant solicitations. Next slide. For the targeted and marketing identification, other businesses, suppliers, and potential partners use NAICS codes to understand the nature of your operations. Accurate coding helps you connect with relevant stakeholders and can enhance your targeted marketing efforts by appearing in industry-specific directories and databases. Again, your accurate NAICS code will help you discover and gain access to valuable resources and support systems tailored to your specific industry. So the NAICS code has a lot of important areas that it goes through that help your business grow. Next slide. We have been talking about LA 28 and other major upcoming events. These large-scale events have often procurement opportunities for various industries. Again, I'm stressing the importance of selecting the precise NAICS code for your business, because this will help the event organizers identify and solicit businesses' specific capabilities and help businesses like yours find relevant opportunities. Next slide. How to identify your correct NAICS code. The very first step is to identify your primary business activity. Think about the main products or services your business provides. This is going to be the basis for selecting the right code. And I mentioned the primary business because many business might have more than one, service that they offer. But for the main NICS code, you have to focus it on the primary business activity. We have provided you with links for lookup tools, the Census Bureau and NICS.com. If you look at the image to your right, using the census tool, this is the census link, you can either search by a keyword or by partial or full NICS code. Thereafter, a listing of NICS codes will appear. Next slide. Same with the NICS.com lookup tool. In this example, we are using restaurant as a keyword. Review the search results that have come up and select the best matching code. If you see, we can see that there's various, oops, sorry, I think I messed up here. Okay. Several NICS codes that appear for restaurant. If I'm in the fine dining full service restaurant business, for example, then the next code I would select would be 722511. Okay. Next slide, please. Work codes. Okay. Licensing requirements. Once we obtain that NICS code, we want to ensure that we have the right license, that we have the right certification or whatever credentials are required for this particular NICS code. Here, for example, if I select, let's just say 488490, support activities for road transportation, I can clearly see that under the license requirement, I need a C31 construction zone traffic control contractor, a CSLB, or a general engineering contractor, CSLB. This is a very nifty little guide here because it gives you a category, it gives you a description, very important, the license requirement and the related NICS code. Next work slide, please. The next thing that we want to concentrate is on SBA size standards. The U.S. Small Business Administration uses NICS codes to define small business for various programs and certifications. For each NICS code, the SBA establishes size standards typically based on average annual receipts or number of employees.
I'm going to pause. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but we've got a couple of comments that people are seeing you and not the presentation. So if anyone has pinned the video or unpinned anything, just letting you know. It seems a couple of people have had this issue. So
is the I'm not touching the slide, so
okay, other people are saying they can see the presentation, so it may just be on that particular person's side. But I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to make sure. So if anybody has anything pinned, please unpin it and we'll keep going. Sorry, go ahead, Kathy.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. And just another point to make is that not going to the prior slide, not all NICS codes will have a licensing requirement or certification or permit requirement. Most do, but not every single one will be required. So if you select a NICS code for your business that doesn't have a not a certification, a licensing requirement or a permit, you should be okay. Okay, so it'll clearly identify that work code listing if you need one or not. The SBA size standards, as we were discussing, if you look at the chart below, you will be able to see that for the transportation and warehousing industry, there are various NICS codes reflected. You'll see that some are related, or just the one is really in this particular section related to the dollar amount. Okay, and this is in millions of dollars. And then the other column will show you the standards and number of employees. So if your NICS code happens to be one where your size standard is based on the number of employees, you would not exceed, for example, in this case, 48111, I'm taking the first one, is 1,500. 481-219, other non-scheduled air transportation, that size standard is 25 million. To qualify as a small business for federal contracts or other programs, a firm size must not exceed the standard for its primary NAICS codes. And incorrectly identifying your NAICS code can lead to ineligibility for crucial programs. So always keep that in mind. When you do have your NAICS code, it's a good idea to evaluate it. Both, like I mentioned before, if it has if it's exceeded, if your firm's gross receipts have exceeded that size standard, then that NAICS code will not be available to you anymore. So you have to ensure that you select another NAICS code for your primary activity. Next slide. What NAICS codes did we see in previous Olympics? This is going to be a listing of the different types of industries and NAICS codes, but it's not an all-inclusive listing. So if we can go on to the next slide. We had infrastructure development, venue construction, manufacturing, and again, you can see the different NAICS codes that were used during those times. Next slide. Transportation and logistics, workforce and employment, and supportive services, again, various NAICS codes. Next slide. Food and beverage decor, healthy and safety services, care and wellness services. As you can see, various, you can see under item number 6, health and safety, 812112, beauty salon, something that you might not think that is a thing, but it is one of those NAICS codes. Next slide. Arts, entertainment, and recreation. As I heard some of the pitches, might fall under this NAICS code. So again, there's so many more. This is just a sample of what has been seen in previous Olympics. Next slide. Okay, so in summary, we can see that obtaining a precise 6-digit code is of utmost importance when it comes to your business having the best opportunities. So if you have established your ramp profile or about to create your ramp profile, please ensure that you have selected the correct 6-digit NAICS code that best matches your business and that you enter all those 6 digits in your ramp profile. This way you'll receive alerts for relevant contracts, you are considered for exclusive opportunities, and you receive outreaches from prime contractors looking for specialized knowledge in your area. Having the correct NAICS codes will allow you to gain access to various resources and support tailored to your specific industry, as previously mentioned. This concludes my presentation. Thank you, and back to Melissa.
Thank you very much, Kathy. Does anyone have any questions? I'm sorry about the technical issues. Some people are having different technical issues, so I'm not sure how to address them at the moment, but we're working on it. But in the meantime, does anyone have any questions for Kathy about NAICS codes? I know Leah mentioned them yesterday, that you can add almost an endless number of them to your ramp account, but she highly recommended only doing the top 10. Otherwise your inbox would be bombarded with notifications about things, because these are the codes that allow the system to let you know when there is an opportunity that has a NAICS code that matches what you provide. So she put a lot of effort and a lot of made it very clear that it's important that people do their research and they go looking and how to find things. But it's also very important that you get notifications, and this is how we find you. So those NAICS codes are vital to the bidding process, especially with LA28 and the city and any of the users of RAMP, because that is how RAMP finds you.
And nobody knows your business better than you do. So getting that exact matching NAICS code is going to be very good for you, so that you can go ahead and, like Melissa said, make sure that you get those notifications. And if you're even looking for a particular opportunity, you know your NAICS code, and you can look in RAMP by that NAICS code.
Okay, there's a couple of RAMP questions. There's a couple of technical questions. So let me just say this. there is, if you look on your screen where the presentation is and then where the speakers are, there is an invisible bar. You can scroll back and forth to make the speaker section smaller or the presentation side smaller, whichever you prefer. And then up in the upper right-hand corner is a view. It says view. You can click on that. That allows you to see just the speaker, just the person talking, or all of the people that are presenting, or on the side or on top. So those are the ways to kind of look around on your own settings, because everybody seems to be having different issues, which makes me think it's a setting issue on the other side, because there's not, I think we've all cleared any master things that we've done on this side. So I'm going to let that rest for the moment. Yeah, the views differ per device. So you might have to play with it a little bit. I apologize for that. Let's look at the questions here. You rent stages, PA equipment, that is something you're going to have to look up. I see someone is responding to that, but that's where she's giving you the nix.com,
Census, the census.com.
the census stuff. Those are places, you know what you do. So you need to go in and look at what the options are and pick the one that applies to you the best. We can just give you the links and tell you where to find them. We can't really tell you which one is correct. Someone else is asking, when I got certified with LA Metro, I was only able to select my top 3 NICS codes. Will my certification carry over to bids that have NICS codes that are not tied to my LA Metro certification? So here's the thing, our systems don't speak to each other. So your RAMP account will only have the certification types, NICS codes, all of those sorts of things that you enter into it or that you request from us. Like Leah mentioned yesterday, asking for recognition or getting certified. Those are things that you have to control. So what you've entered with NIC, with Metro, what you've gotten certified for there isn't going to automatically transfer over to us. We don't know that unless you tell us. So you need to enter that stuff on your account with RAMP. Same with your certifications. The last one, if you receive an RFI, is there anyone at BCA that can assist us with understanding it and preparing to respond? I received a request for information through Cal eProcure. Not that I am aware of. We try to provide you all of this information, but we can't really help you fill it out. There is a group that's going to be presenting, I believe, on next week through our business source centers. Those are to the workforce development department. Those are the people who can help you with those sorts of things and have resources to that effect. So not at BCA, but there are services. And as we continue to go through the program, you'll learn more about some of that. Anything else NICS code related before we move on? Okay. Well, thank you very, oh, I just, we're going to go on to the next one. So project labor agreements and other things labor related is our own Ian Montiel. So Ian, I will go ahead and give you the floor. Go ahead and take the screen share down because Ian's, oh no, we have yours, right?
You have it.
Okay, so go ahead.
Alrighty. Greetings, everyone. My name is Ian Monte, representing the Bureau of Contract Administration's Office of Contract Compliance. And I'm going to talk to you about project labor agreements, but more so than that, I'm going to talk to you about prevailing wage as well. Listening to the elevator pitches, I know that the vast majority of small businesses in attendance tonight are not construction-based, although there are some that are. So this is primarily centered around construction. However, this is some good information that you may just want to have just in general as it relates to city contracting. There could be some opportunity that you bid on or a part of that is a part of a massive construction project where some remnants of it will be under a project labor agreement, whether the work you're doing specifically is or isn't, such as the Los Angeles Convention Center project. So with that being said, I'm just going to go through these slides a little bit quickly. It's a lot of information, but I did that more so for you all to have on the back end, just so you can be informed rather than me speak to every single thing that you see on the slide moving forward. So next slide, please. So what you have here is just my name, my email address, where I work, the date. Next slide, please. So again, I represent the Office of Contract Compliance, Labor Compliance section, and our purpose really is to first and foremost educate, assist, and direct the contractor or contractors, and if that fails, to enforce the law. Next slide, please. We are a legacy labor compliance program for the state of California. So what our mission is twofold. One, we're going to administer the city's labor compliance program. What's in red is what authorized us to do that. And in doing so, we're going to monitor, inspect, and investigate all, and that's in red and underlined on purpose, all City of Los Angeles projects that require the payment of prevailing wage. And then what we're also going to do is we're going to represent the state of California on all labor compliance matters within the city of LA. So any city of LA project that is required for the payment of prevailing wage, we have jurisdiction. So you're not going to send payrolls and whatnot to the state. You're going to send them all to us, and then we will act as the state on those matters. Next slide, please. So very quickly, just prevailing wage. This is the minimum wage rate, and this is per craft, per hour for construction work performed on a publicly funded project. Consider prevailing wage to be minimum wage. However, different crafts have that different particular wage. Carpenters are different from electricians, different from plumbers. So whichever craft that you are performing, that particular prevailing wage will differ. Prevailing wage is required to be paid on all publicly funded projects worth more than $1,000. And the wage rates that we will go by are released twice per year by the Department of Industrial Relations. Those typically come out in February and August of the year. Next slide, please. Much like prevailing wage, apprenticeship utilization is required on all publicly funded contracts valued at $30,000 or more. And again, it carries the obligation to hire apprentices unless the craft or the trade does not require the use. Should that be the case, you will be issued some sort of exemption from the state. We cannot issue such exemptions. But if you do not have an exemption or the one that you have is expired, we consider you to be viable to hire apprentices. So ensure that you have that proper documentation should you be performing work and apprentice utilization is necessary. And again, this is going to apply to all contractors and subcontractors on projects, even if your part of the project is less than that $30,000 value. Next slide. So these are just examples, not so fast, not so fast. These are just examples of the kind of projects that prevailing wage is required on that we will oversee, and coincidentally or not, will all probably be under some sort of project labor agreement. If we could go back to the first picture. So things such as the airport. Next picture. This is a picture of the LAPD Police Academy. Next picture. This is a bridge. Next picture. This is housing, which includes mixed use housing where there's commercial development on the bottom and housing on the top. This is a sewer and water reclamation plant, so projects like that. This is a park and recreational facility, so definitely projects like this. This is a fire station, absolutely projects like this as well. What you see is a picture of Jordan Downs redevelopment. It looks nothing like what I know Jordan Downs to be. It is absolutely immaculate. If you haven't had a chance to go visit, please do. What you are seeing is a picture of Century Boulevard, what we extended, and that's just a shameless plug at this particular work that we were a part of doing for that community. But this will include streets, sewers, and other type things in regard to the streets. All of this requires prevailing wage as well. And last but not least, this is just City Hall, but any type of municipal facility will also require the payment of prevailing wage. So all of these things are just examples of types of projects that require prevailing wage, and very likely, maybe from a 90% perspective, will have a project labor agreement attached to it. Next slide, please. So just very quickly, our focus is the proper payment of prevailing wage, and we're going to get that through certified payrolls that are submitted on a weekly basis. We're also going to administer and enforce apprenticeship utilization in accordance with California Labor Code Section 1777.5, and we'll also conduct on-site interviews and complaint investigations as they come. Next slide, please. We offer training courses for our OCPS system and also just a contractor assistant seminar. We do these every second Wednesday of the month from 8:30 to 10:30 a.m. These are all virtual sessions now. If you'd like to RSVP, you'll simply email that email address in blue. We will get you signed up for the next class, which will be in early November. Next slide, please. Alrighty, so for the remainder of our time, I'm going to talk about project labor agreements, otherwise known as PLAs. And so just going to very quickly explain what they are so everyone has the same base level of information. So a PLA is a contractual agreement between stakeholders, trade unions, and/or the awarding authority being such as the Board of Public Works, the Department of Water and Power, Port of Los Angeles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, if you're dealing with a city municipal entity. And what the PLA is going to do, among other things, it's going to govern how the project construction work will be distributed and performed. It also is going to provide guidance on contractor participation, policy adherence, term, and work disputes. So there's a lot of different information that goes into a project labor agreement, some of which I'm going to cover a little bit deeper, but it's very important just to understand exactly what they are. Next slide, please. So the purpose of any PLA is one, to help complete projects timely and within budget. This won't guarantee that, but it's going to certainly help. It also is going to prevent labor disputes and work stoppages. There's specific language in the city's PLAs that prevent this and what the penalty is if that does occur. And finally, it's going to provide an access to a skilled workforce with a commitment to training so that quality work is done without costly corrections, which also can lend itself to completing projects timely within budget. And this is because the 5 PLAs that we have within the city all are signatory to the Los Angeles Orange County Building and Construction Trades Council and the various building trades that are participatory with that council. And so again, they are making a commitment to provide their membership to work on these projects, and also opportunities for others to join by way of apprenticeship or voluntary dues-paying membership to become members of those particular trade unions. But becoming a member of the trade union is not required on these PLAs. Next slide, please. So also there's a particular focus on these city PLAs. One is creating career path opportunities for local residents. Typically that means City of Los Angeles residents. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. And that's with an emphasis on socioeconomic challenged communities. I'll mention what that is momentarily. It's also for the recruitment, retention, and graduation of apprentices. As previously stated, these are projects that require the use of apprentices. There is a particular metric as it relates to apprenticeship utilization on these projects, and I'll speak on that in a second. And finally, for hiring local resident workers with a various barriers to employment within their background, such as but not limited to being a veteran, someone with a criminal history or background, or being documented homeless. Next slide, please. So very quickly, how is a PLA triggered on projects? I'm glad you asked. So one, the project is listed on a PLA's covered project list or within the specs of the PLA, where some type of spec of the project will trigger that PLA automatically. For instance, the Proposition HHH PLA triggered all HHH funded projects with 65 or more units, total housing units on the project. So that's just one method that a PLA would be triggered. Scenario 2 is if that project that is looking to have the PLA is not on that project list, or the specs don't automatically trigger the PLA, the awarding authority will approve adding the PLA to that project during a public board meeting. And that happens all the time within the city, especially with the Board of Public Works. Next slide, please. So PLA coverage, the city has 5 active PLAs. You have the Proposition HHH PLA that I just mentioned, of the Los Angeles World Airports, the Department of Water and Power, the Port of Los Angeles, and of course the Public Works PLA. The 4 PLAs in blue are the PLAs that the Bureau of Contract Administration serves as a designated administrative agency, and we administer all 4 of those PLAs. And again, PLAs are most likely you were advised of them during the contract bid process. And so that will be a part of the bid advertisement. In rare instances, it may be added later during the bid process as addendum, or in a very rare and extreme circumstance, but it has happened before, after the award of the project. And then finally, those PLAs that are attached to the projects will be provided. And so it's for you to review so that you understand what provisions are within the PLA, because they do differ. Each one of those 4 PLAs that we oversee are all different from one another in some way. Next slide, please. Hit the button 3 times. So of those 4, the blue PLAs, one of the provisions they have in common is targeted hiring. And very quickly, it just requires at least 30% of the total work hours, and that's construction work hours, to be performed by city residents. At least 50% or half of all of the apprentice hours need to be done by a city resident that is in a bona fide apprenticeship program. And finally, at least 10% of the total project hours need to be performed by city residents that are identified as transitional workers. The good thing is you can have one individual that for every hour that they are on this project, that hour goes into each one of these buckets separately. So you do not need to hire 3 different sets of people. And for the PLA projects that were covered under the PLA, it is project specific, and we look at the overall performance of the project, not the individual contractors. So as a whole, did the project hit 30%, 50%, 10% of those respective metrics? If the answer is yes to all 3, that project is deemed to be in compliance, and it doesn't matter what the individual contractors did. Next slide, please. Very quickly, the PLA targeted hiring zip codes is based again on either the unemployment rate being higher than that of Los Angeles County, or the median annual household income being lower than that of the Los Angeles County. And again, it's with two census tracts within each zip code. If the answer to either one of those questions is yes, it is a PLA zip code. The current Public Works PLA has 124 zip codes that constitutes targeted hiring in tiers 1 and 2. Next slide, please. What you see here is now just a visual. The web address of this particular page is listed in blue at the top. What you have are our public-facing dashboards that were able to show anyone that wants to see how our PLA projects are performing as a whole or individually, whether it's for targeted hiring, wages being reinvested, how contractors are doing individually, collectively, or wants to take a look at the demographics of the workforce on those projects. You have the ability to look at that on this particular page. Next slide, please. Clicking on the one that said PLA report, which is on the far left at the top. This is with the screen you would get, and you can filter by way of a particular project, or in this case, I've already chosen the Department of Public Works PLA. This dashboard updates itself every morning at 6:30. So you see the data is as of yesterday. So this is real time as it gets. Next slide, please. What you basically see is the Public Works PLA projects have performed 7.1 million hours collectively, maintaining 39% for local hire, 64% for that local apprentice, and 18% for that transitional requirement. So collectively, all of the projects are well into compliance. Next slide, please. And what I believe is the coolest part of the dashboard is we're showing the wages reinvested back into the city's communities by way of zip code. Looking at the map, the bigger the circle, the larger the reinvestment per zip code. Collectively, those same projects have reinvested over or just under $105 million in gross wages. So again, these PLA projects are doing some great things for our communities, and that's why we really tout them, because it gives an opportunity at not just a job, but a career for Angelenos. Next slide, please. I talk fast simply because I didn't have a whole lot of time to give you a lot of information. But the beautiful thing is I'm available to any and everyone that has more questions about PLAs. I provided both my email address. It was on the same as the first slide, and also my phone number. Feel free to reach out to me if you ever have any questions about PLAs. If you're thinking about bidding on a project or being part of a PLA project, I'd love to engage with you. With that being said, Melissa, I'm going to turn it over to you for any questions that might be available.
Thank you, Ian. I know that PLAs are not, most of you are not construction related vendors. However, you may be a subcontractor on something that is construction related and may be impacted by these. So it is a good thing for you to know that they are out there, they exist, and that you may get requests about transitional employees, about apprentices, that sort of thing. And this may be directly why you're getting those questions from a prime contractor. So there's one question here, which I think is actually for OWS, who will be here next week, but it was the question about whether or not there is a California minimum wage for professional non-trade jobs.
So I'm going to defer to OWS for that particular question, although there is a minimum wage for those type of jobs. If there's a city contract that is called living wage, I assume that they will be here at some point as well. So they'll be able to talk about that.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So again, construction is prevailing wage, and that is going to be that particular wage, but great question.
So yeah, so for any, because we're speaking in code, OWS is the Office of Wage Standards. They are also part of the BCA family, and they will be here next week to talk about exactly that kind of thing. The type of minimum wage requirements, living wage requirements that are involved in city contracts and also non-city contracts, but something like an LA 28 contract would be impacted by them because it is in the city. So let's see. No, but there's a couple people in here who are construction, so they thank you for your time, Ian.
All right, and appreciate being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All right, next up is another member of the BCA family, Edna Du, to talk about equal employment opportunity. Edna, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you very much. Take it away.
Of course. Hi, everyone. My name is Edna, and I'm with the Equal Employment Opportunity Enforcement section at the Bureau of Contract Administration. Next slide, please. So our EEOE section covers the following 10 ordinances that are applicable to certain contracts. I'm not going to go over every single one of these, but I will have a link at the end of this presentation. And all this information is on our website. And you're also welcome to email us if you have any questions as well. So these are 10 ordinances that if you enter into a contract with the city, depending on how much the contract is, how long the contract is, and what kind of contract it is, these ordinances may apply to you. Next slide. So I'll go over the ones that seemed most salient and the ones that require various forms that you will need to fill out. And so currently we have 2 affidavits that are available for you to fill out on RAMP. So if you log on to RAMP and you go to your company profile, you'll see on the left side of this screenshot, there is a section called Compliance Documents. And under it, the 2 forms that I'll be referencing are the Equal Benefits First Source Hiring Ordinance Affidavit and the Disclosure Ordinances Affidavit, and you can see them both down there. Next slide, please. So the EBO FSHO affidavit combines 2 different ordinances. So the first one is the Equal Benefits Ordinance, which requires contractors to provide equal benefits to their employees with spouses and their employees with domestic partners. So this means if you offer health benefits to your employees with spouses, you'll have to offer the same to your employees with domestic partners. If you only offer it to your employees, that's fine. If you don't offer any benefits, that's fine. But whatever is provided has to be equal. The next one is the First Source Hiring Ordinance, which requires contractors to estimate the anticipated employment opportunities that you'll need in order to perform the services of the contract. So during the term of your contracts, any employment opportunities that may become available will also need to follow the FSHO procedures. So this just means that there's like a form you have to fill out and then submit. So if there comes a time when you enter a city contract, and because of the services you need to perform for that contract, you need to hire more people, you'll just have to go through the instructions on that form, which is also listed on our website. So if you, once you log on to RAMP and you access that affidavit, you'll see similar information listed on the form too, and different compliance options available under those. And then you'll just have to sign and submit it. Next slide, please. The next affidavit on RAMP is the disclosure ordinances affidavit. This also combines two different ordinances: the disclosure of border wall contracting ordinance, which is regarding the disclosure of all contracts, bids, proposals to provide goods or services for the design, construction, operation, or maintenance of a federally funded wall, fence, or other barrier along the border between the US and Mexico. And then the other ordinance is the slavery disclosure ordinance, which requires contractors to disclose whether their company had any participation, investments, or profits derived from slavery during the slavery era. So on the form on RAMP, once you log in, it will also describe these two ordinances, as well as either you don't have anything to disclose or you have things to disclose, and then options on ways how you can disclose this information as well. And then you'll also sign and submit those. Next slide. The other big ordinance that I also wanted to cover is the living wage ordinance, which was briefly mentioned earlier. So our section covers part of the living wage ordinance, which is under the Los Angeles World Airports. So if you are contracting at or with the LAX/Los Angeles World Airports, you will need to pay the wage as listed there. So the base wage of LAWA contracts will be $22.50 an hour, and then you will have to provide health benefits as equaling to about, or to a minimum of $7.65 an hour. And then if you do not offer health benefits, you will need to pay an hourly wage of $30.15 an hour. So if you're contracting with any other city departments, and that contract is applicable to the living wage, it will be $17.87 an hour with $1.25 an hour for health benefits. And if you don't offer health benefits, it will be $19.12 an hour. And these rates are the most current rates that are available, and it increases every July 1st. On top of the wage rate requirements, the living wage also requires 96 hours of compensated time off and 80 hours of uncompensated time off a year. And we also have exemptions for nonprofit organization, for student employees, etc. And the exemption procedures are also linked on our website. And next slide, please. I think those are the main ones that I wanted to cover. As I mentioned, if you are curious about any other ordinances, all of them are listed on our website, linked there. And if you have any other questions after the session, please also feel free to email us at our general email listed there.
Thank you, Edna. Okay, anybody have any questions for Edna about equal employment? Anybody in the questions and how it applies to you? Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Her information was there, so, and it will be in the PDFs when we go out. So next up, we actually have Carlos Ray, one of our partners from Meriwether and Williams, who is going to talk about insurance, gap loans, other fun things. And I think he can also answer the question that was posed earlier about an RFI and if they need assistance with it. So I see him nodding there a little bit, slightly. He can answer it a little bit. Hi, Carlos. How are you?
Hi, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Melissa. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my
Let me
pleasure. Let me go ahead and there. The screen is yours.
thank you.
Okay.
So as I'm pulling up the screen, good evening, everybody. I've been hearing a lot of great information, so I hope you're really taking this and taking notes and internalizing or at least writing down contact information for some of the things you've been hearing. So hopefully everybody can see this presentation. Again, my name is Carlos Ray with Meriwether and Williams, and speaking on behalf of the Contractor Development and Bonding Program. I think I might be the last thing between you and dinner or whatever else you have to do this evening. So in the words of the great John Wooden, I'm going to be quick, but I'm not going to hurry. So moving on, we'll get started. So a little bit about Meriwether and Williams Insurance Services. We're a Hub International company by trade. We're a full service property and casualty employee benefits, retirement, personal line insurance brokerage firm. We're probably best known here for in the state of California, at least for our bonding and technical assistance programs, which we do up and down the state, as well as in Charlotte, North Carolina. Through our time doing this for about 29 years or so now, we've done obtained bonds on over $1 billion in bond transactions, and we have a loss ratio of less than a tenth of a percent. So we know what we do. The formula we have works, and some of you may have worked with us. You may know people that have worked with us and have been able to grow their business over that time. So looking forward to sharing more with you about our program. So, the mission of the Contractor Development and Bonding Program, which the City of LA, Melissa and the team over at BCA are great partners of, actually funds this program along with the county and metro. But the mission of our program is to reduce the barriers of bonding capacity, enabling greater and successful participation of small, local, minority women, and disabled veteran owned businesses and public contract opportunities. In short, we do our best to help you as you look for contract opportunities with the city of LA. So we have resources that will help you do that. And we do that through what we call our 4 pillars of contractor development, which you'll see there. And I'll just explain what all this means in just a moment. So I wanted to start with just a little bit about bonding. So as you may have heard, that some projects that are a certain dollar amount, most federal projects, bonding is required. But what is bonding? It's a three-party agreement that guarantees the contract gets completed. So some key things to note is that it protects another party, not you as the contractor. Unlike insurance, you can't purchase it. You actually have to qualify for it. So you work with a bonding surety that can help you understand, based on your financials, what you qualify for as far as how much you can bond for. And then, unlike insurance, it does not expect losses. Again, it protects another party, not you, and guarantees that the contract gets completed. It's mandated by law on all public works projects. Federal, you can cite the Hurd and Miller Acts of 1894, 1935, and then local and state. It's different in each jurisdiction, but they're kind of noticed as Little Miller Acts. So again, it ensures the owner receives a finished product at the negotiated price. It also ensures that the owner and all subcontractors, suppliers, and vendors are paid. And then it also what it can do for you as a contractor can help act as a pre-qualification instrument, if you will. So as your business grows and your bonding capacity grows, people can see the types of projects you can take on as a business. And then I'll go to the next slide. All right, so some of the services we offer obtaining help and assistance in obtaining bonding capacity or in helping you increase it. We have a lot of capacity building and technical services here. We have a really great program called Contract Financing Assistance Program, which I'll get into in a few slides. So how this works is you really just enroll in the program. You receive a dedicated account manager. We call them contractor development managers, and this person was basically help act like your business development. It'll help you understand like what products you want to go after, what you want to do, and then they'll help you put the roadmap together and a work plan together to actually go and pursue those contract opportunities. So that means if you need certifications, if you need insurance, if you need bonding, anything like that, they will help you understand what that is and set up a plan so you can check those requirements off, and you'll be in a better position to pursue contract opportunities and ultimately get awarded, hopefully. And so we offer agency collateral support for bid performance and payment bonds for qualified contractors. Again, bonding you have to qualify for. And then the program does offer accounting cost subsidy for up to $3,200. So for if you have to prepare and use for that. And then we send out weekly bid opportunities and project and email, event email alerts. We have what we call our LA Contractor Weekly. Every week.
I'm wondering, is he frozen for me or for everyone?
I think everyone, he froze for me too.
Okay. Carlos, can you, if you can hear me, can you sign out and sign back in? We seem to have lost you. Let me see if I can reach him. Apologies, people, stand by. Hi, everyone. Okay, so he's apparently having some technical issue. While he is getting reloaded, we have, according to my list here, there are 4 people who have not given their elevator pitch, who are in attendance this evening. So, would anybody like to volunteer for that? Or should I start calling names? Michael Jefferson. All right, let's start there. We'll start with that. And then when Carlos can get back in, he can finish his presentation. Michael, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I am. Can you hear me?
I can. Let me get my phone back up to the timer. All right. You ready with your 15 seconds?
I think so.
All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Hi, my name is Michael Jefferson, president of the Hospital Equipment Company. We do just what the name says. We provide medical equipment, supplies, furniture, and consumables to hospitals, government agencies, and private corporations.
15.69.
Yeah.
You added you kind of added a little flair there at the end a little bit, so maybe just tightening up the speech would have gotten you under 15 seconds. Otherwise,
yes, possibly. Okay, thanks so much. Yeah,
thank you so much.
I appreciate the feedback.
And I thank you for your willingness to jump in there. It was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right, it looks like Carlos is back, so let's go ahead and
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm here.
That's
Can you
all
guys hear
right.
me okay? Yeah, I was doing so well too, and then they just cut me off.
It happens. All right, so let me go ahead and share your screen and I will get out of your way here.
All right, let's do it. Okay, are you guys able to see the screen? All right, yeah. So I think I was talking about assessments and work plans that you will talk through with the account manager that you get set up with. What we also do is things called contractor profiles. So it's like a one-piece marketing sheet that you can carry around with you. That's all your business details. We can help you get assistance with certifications with different agencies. We can do bid document reviews. So before you submit your bid, we can go through it with you, and talk about it and making sure, helping you be compliant. I saw there was a question about, getting help understanding an RFP, or, asking questions about it so you understand what you're, bidding on. That's something that our account managers can definitely assist with. So you definitely want to get plugged into in the program for the person that did ask that question. We have contract completion support, which I'll get into. We offer monthly workshops and coaching. I think this month we'll be talking about joint ventures and teaming later this month on the 28th. So most of our workshops, all of our workshops come at no cost. And then we have construction training academies. We have 2 in the spring and then 1 in the fall, bidding and estimating, contract award and management. And then one of our newer ones is Get Contract Ready. So we work with the City of LA to help you understand, similar to what you're doing in this cohort, understand the city and how to do business with the city. And then we have prime partnerships. So we partner with a lot of the larger general construction firms in the area to create partnerships with them, allow for networking opportunities. They come and teach some of our workshops. They may say, hey, we're looking for contractors with a certain trade and certain skill, certain mix codes, and we'll provide that list to them. So we really try to foster engagement with them as well. Another other things we do as far as bid document reviews, we attend pre-bid or pre-proposal meetings. So before the project starts, we'll be at a lot of meetings talking about our program, but also if we know some of our contractors are interested, we'll go so we can understand the project. And then as we go through it together, we can talk to you about it and help answer any questions that you may have. We'll, in the bid document review I mentioned, we'll help review plans and specs, identify risk and the required bid documents, and making sure you have a checklist of what needs to be put in your bid to make sure you're responsive and hopefully get awarded. We do a final bid document review. So understand if you're responsive or not, but we don't advise on numbers just in it's a conflict of interest. So, you don't say, hey, Carlos, you tell me it was $1 million when it was only 500,000. So you can blame me for, not winning the contract. So we don't advise on numbers, but we do, go through it with you. We do a post bid debrief. So let's just say you get awarded, let's talk about what went well, how you can carry that over to the next contract. Or if you don't get awarded, what happened, where can we improve, what things did we miss or, did happen to figure out, why you didn't get awarded. And then we'll do contract review once you get a contract. So we have law professionals that we work with that we can partner you with to actually help review your contract and making sure you're making the right decisions for you and your business. And then once you're on a project, we do completion support. So we have project kickoff meeting with you and the owner, job start checklist, help you understand what part of the job you need to do, how it impacts the overall schedule. We do reports, do monthly check-ins, help you with billing and payments, understanding the construction schedule. We'll even come out and do site visits. So if there's some issues, on the site, or you just have any questions or anything like that, we have a team of project managers that's able to assist. And then we also help with change orders. I know that can sometimes be a little bit tricky, but we help with that and making sure that process goes smoothly. And so I mentioned earlier when I first started, before I was just rudely cut off by Zoom, I'm going to blame it all on Zoom, that we have a contract financing assistance program. And so this is a short-term loan, if you will. So once you get a project, you might need some cash before you start getting those payments in. Sometimes it could take a few days to get those payments in. And so this can help you get started on the project. So a couple of things to note: you do have to be enrolled in this program. You do have to be pre-qualified for the program and work with us before the time of bid. So sometimes it could take weeks to get all your financial information in order and approve how much we can offer you for the loan. We do a max of 250,000 per project, and so you want to make sure if like, hey, I'm thinking about this project, let me get started with you guys and talk about what I may need, and then we can get that process going. So that way, by the time you submit your bid, and if you get awarded, you already have the paperwork in motion, because it's tough trying to get awarded and then start that process, and things just may fall apart. So you want some time before to take care of all that. We allocate funds on approved projects only. So our team will talk to you all about that. And then we use a contract that's accounts receivable as your collateral. So that's really different, something that you don't see much here in the industry. And so, depending on what you're approved for, the money gets released as needed. So it's not all up front. We do have what we call third-party funds administration. So these are the people that will actually pay the different things you need to pay, and then pay you um, after those things get taken care of. So it's really designed to help you grow your business, start projects, complete projects on time and on budget, and then also grow your business and your financial profile to be able to go to a traditional lender and get even larger loans and lending there. We do have interest fees. I think right now it's around 9.5%. And what this does is it's really great because it can help you boost your credit score, but you also learn skills like cash flow and how to project your cash flow. And when you think about projects, like how can I afford this? Will this make me money? Am I bidding too low? Is it worth the time and effort for my business to actually do this? So there's a lot of things we do before you even get started with this. We do a 2-day seminar with our team, so you understand all the ins and outs and everything that goes into it. So it's really a great thing. We've seen a lot of people take advantage of this. I think we've done around $6 or $7 million as far as lending with this program. So, and more to come. We're getting people that are interested every day. And so we definitely would want you to reach out and take advantage of this. And so that brings me to the end of my presentation. Sorry about this, but if you have any questions or anything like that, you see our phone number and our email there. You can always reach out to us with any questions. I know some people always ask, how much does this cost? This sounds great. I want to do it. This program, there's no cost to enroll to take advantage of any of the services except for the contract financing assistance program, which I just mentioned. That does have a cost because you do have to pay that back, but that our team will talk to you about that. But everything else, workshops, academies, account managers, bid review assistants, help understanding projects, that all comes at no cost thanks to our great partnership with the City of LA and BCA. So that is it. I'm done talking. I know everybody's probably hungry and looking to jump off the Zoom. So, but I'll take any questions if there are any.
Thank you, Carlos. There are a couple questions in the Q&A, so I will let Delana go ahead and get started with those.
Okay, first question. How can we make arrangements for an account manager to assist with responding to RFIs?
Yes. So you will want to email us at MWIS. Actually, let me just share it again. Sorry, give me 1 second. But you'll want to email us. What we'll do is we'll send you an enrollment form. You just complete that, send it back to us, and it takes maybe a couple of days to get you assigned to an account manager. And then you'll let them know what you're looking for, what you want to do, and you'll get started with that. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to put the information back up here so you guys can take it down. All right. Yeah. So yeah, take down our phone number there. You can call us. Email is usually quickest because we'll send you the enrollment form via email as well. So yeah, that's how you get involved. Are there any more questions?
Yeah, so we have another question. I'm gonna combine these two because they're quite similar. Do you have to be in construction or be a construction related company to qualify for the financing programs?
Great question. Yes, the construction, the financing program, yes. However, we did just launch a program with the city that helps professional services in that same type of program. And we can get information to you guys. I'll send it over to you, Melissa, that you can include. That just happened maybe like a week or two ago. So I'll get you guys information on that and how you get involved and where you go. But yeah, we do have something for professional services.
That'd be great. Yeah, we'll include it with the slide deck that we send out next week when it's over.
Awesome. Okay, great.
Any more, Delana?
It looks like that's all the questions we have for now.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, Carlos. That was exciting with the
Thank you.
Technology thing.
Yeah, it always happens, but thank you guys so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Like we did last night, we will take a short break, 4 minutes, be back at 6:10, and then we will finish up homework and give the next assignment and close out the night so everybody can go have their dinner and enjoy their evening. So I will see you back here in 4 minutes at 6:10. Okay, it is 6:10. Everybody back, I hope. I can't see you, so I am hoping in good faith you are all there and ready to wrap up the evening here pretty soon. It does appear that we have, I think, 3 or 4 more names that have not gone. So I will open this up so I can see whose hands are raised to see who goes first. But I see Jennifer Laurent, Kevin Dupree, Jason Way or We, and then Accompany Performance Motion Therapy. So if you could raise your hands because it pops you to the top of my attendee list and it makes it easier for me to find you, I would appreciate it. All right, Kevin Dupree. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yes,
All right.
I'm
You ready to go?
yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
All right. All right. On your mark, get set, go.
Yes, my name is Kevin Dupree. I'm with Kevin L. Dupree Construction Company. I have an A engineering and a B general contractor's license. I install automated conveyor systems and install prefabricated equipment.
That was great. That was just like a 0.0 something over 15. It sounded like you hesitated a bit, so you got a little bit more comfortable with what it is you want to tell people. But once you kind of smooth that out, I think it will be absolutely great. The only thing I would add maybe is a way to find you, a phone number, a website, an Instagram account, something like that.
Okay.
That'd be great. Thank you so much, Kevin. All right. Who else is out there? Do we have, performance motion therapy? Come to the floor. Hi, performance motion therapy.
Hi.
Hi. Are you ready for your 15 seconds?
More or less.
More or less. All right, take a deep breath. I'm going to give you the countdown and then you'll go, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right, on your mark, get set, go.
Hi, my name is Ellie Spicer. I am an independent massage therapist specializing in sports therapy. You can contact me at Performance Motion Therapy on Instagram.
That was beautiful. It was 9 seconds.
Yes.
It got us interested. It was very simple, but that's great for 15 seconds. Who you are, what you do, how to find you. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we have Jason or Jennifer? Are either of you here still? All right. Well, then we'll see if they pop up, but we're going to move on to the next homework assignment. We have a week between now and our next class, almost a week from yesterday. And so, like I said, in the first meeting, when someone asked about the curriculum and what the structure of the classes were, I said, we're kind of building on things that you're hearing. So one of the things that Leah mentioned in her presentation about RAMP was showing you a slide that had some of the partner agencies that use RAMP. Things like City of Long Beach, LAUSD, AEG, LA County. She showed you how to search for some of those and that they present some of their opportunities on RAMP. Additionally, as both LA28 mentioned in their program and we mentioned in our introductory program, there are Olympic venues throughout Los Angeles and even as far as Oklahoma, but we're not so worried about Oklahoma. But throughout Los Angeles, not everything that is going to be an Olympic project, an Olympic procurement opportunity is going to be LA28 or the city of Los Angeles. There are a lot of players in this whole big thing. And so one of the things you need to do is familiarize yourself with who those players are, both for the Olympics and for just general contracting opportunities. So this is your homework for the next week. We would like for you to look up the zones that were mentioned. What are the zones that they've broken it down into? Which venues are in each zone? Where they're located, that's not there, but which kind of comes up to who manages each venue, because some of them are going to be like a rec and park, a city facility, or an LA County facility. Some of them are going to be privately mentioned. I think they mentioned BMO as one of them. So, so that is your assignment for the week leading up to the next class, is to come prepared to know who are the other players. What are the zones? What are the venues? Where are they? And who manages them? We're not going to ask you to turn it in, but we are going to be discussing it at the beginning of the first class next week, next Tuesday. So hopefully, and then if you want to look up some other things that might help you, if you can find their procurement site for that company, or if you're interested in being a venue, what other things were you able to find? Because each of those places is going to have their own system. So that might be something just of your own, for your own interest, that you might be able to find and share with the group when we come back together next week. So on that note, do you have any questions for me before we start to close this out? I'm gonna look in the Q&A here. Anybody have anything? Okay. Oh, can I post the homework once more? Can you put the screen back on the last session? All of the presentations are going to be given to you as a PDF at the end of the 4. Partly because some of these answers are in those presentations and we want you to look them up yourself. So, so we want you to learn how to do the homework. No, we're not going to give you the map of the zones again. They're easily accessible online. Just use Google, look at LA28's website. All that information is pretty easily accessible, but we want you to find it on your own, because that's what you need to do as a business owner who's interested in working with those venues as this process goes on. So sorry, I'm not giving you the cheat sheets, but I can tell you it is pretty easy to find. This is not complicated homework. I promise. So that's pretty much it. I think those were the only questions. Can we post the homework? Here's the homework. The zones. What are the zones? What venues are in the zones? What cities are involved? And who manages the venue? Because there may be some overlap in there. For the person asking for credit, we'll write down your name. We'll look at it. For additional questions, you can email me. My email's melissa.savage@lacity.org. You can email bca.certifications@lacity.org. That is our department's general email. It's checked every single day. I occasionally take a day off, so I don't check it every single day. So those are good places to send your questions, and then we can forward them on. So with that, I'm going to pass this off to Linda again, who's going to close us out for the evening. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you next week. Linda, take it away.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you for the great job you've been doing, just keeping things going. Thank you to everyone who came back for day 2. We're excited to be sharing as much information with you as possible. I hope you're getting the feeling that everyone presenting is trying to share information and details with you to help you be successful. We don't want you tripping or falling on the path to success. We're doing our best to give you the information so that you can have that long stride to the finish line. And we're looking forward to seeing you next week. Take the homework seriously. Melissa, I'm going to ask you if you can have you or staff just send out a reminder email on what the homework is. And yeah, take that seriously, because next week, just a little teaser, we do have at least a couple of the venues who will be talking about their procurement process. So if you've done that homework, what they're sharing with you will make a lot more sense. And that's, again, just going to help you be more successful. So have a great weekend, and we are looking forward to seeing you Tuesday night.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.